Okay, so I think it's time to get started. So, thanks everyone for joining the call today. And just wanted to give you an short information that this meeting will be recorded and most probably will also be aired on YouTube. So, if you have any concerns regarding that, please let me know before so that, I want to keep the privacy the most important thing here. So, yes. Then we can get started. Let's shoot with the first question. Does anyone have a question to ask? Or else we could also start with someone else's experience. For example, how the week went for them. Did they found any job or were they able to crack some interviews? Something like that. Yep.
So I have some experience. I am applying from last couple of months. So
Yeah. So this is Kumar, right? So Kumar, maybe you can just give a short introduction of yourself and then ask ask about
this
that.
is Mohit here, having 5 plus of year experience in the front end development, and currently working in the Bangalore as a front end developer. I started applying in couple of months for the Europe, for all the country, not only the Germany. I applied for the UK also. But in that couple of months, I got more than 20 calls, 20 interview calls. I reached only till second round of interview. So most of the time, like after the first screening, the my resume got rejected. I don't know why, but it's happened. So I started like looking back and taking on that things. And most of the time, like most of the startup, they are not ready to hire from the India on the 2 months notice period that I got, and still I'm applying. That I have experience.
Cool. Do you have any
Do
special
you have any
experience from the
special
last
experience
one
from the
week?
last 1 week? Yeah, so I went through online video and some blogs. So they suggested some things to change in the resume and the cover letter because I have only one generic resume, which I applied for that MNC also in the startup also. What I got like in the startup, even though I have experience of working in a startup of 2 year, but they are asking like we want the guy who recent working on a startup. So that's I have created two resume, one for startup and another for MNC, and I am getting frequent calls, but like most of the time, like they rejected after the first screening. So you guys can create the multiple resume based upon that. If there's startup, so you have to put more experience on startup and taking the ownership of code. You have to write the lines which you have written in the job description, so it will the filter out. Even I got the reference also. The one thing I can tell you, if you see the job on the LinkedIn and if you have any connection on that company, so ask that employee to take the reference. It will easy to get you that like a job there, and you will get that interview calls without the filtered resume and all. You can cross that barrier. So I got one reference in Jalando, but somehow I'm not able to crack it. Yeah, you can get the reference also if you ask the employer on LinkedIn. Most of the Indian people are working there, so you can get the reference easily. You have to ask and request to them.
Yeah, Kumar, I think that's
Yeah,
a
Kumar, I
nice
think
tip.
that's a nice tip. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyone else? We also have Ishan here. So, Ishan, do you have any update regarding your visa processing and all that?
Yes, Anoop, actually, I also have one question regarding the same. Not sure if it is the correct channel, but I'll like to, ask you from your experience. So the situation is, Anoop, that I have got an appointment in New Delhi VFS office for 19th of August, but my offer letter has a joining date of 16th of August. Now, do you think it's a problem or it will cause any issue, or I have to get any modified document for the same?
If your offer letter says you have to join before the appointment date at the VFS, then I would suggest you to ask your employer to provide an updated contract which says like you can start on 19th or something, and they are also flexible with you. I mean, you can join maybe 1 or 2 weeks later as well. So something like that. That would be really good.
Well, actually, I have tried talking to them, and they told me that it shouldn't cause any issue because this is the intended date. It's not a fixed date, so we can be flexible. But I think yes, you are right. It makes more sense to have something on paper to show at VFS office that my employer is flexible with this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
also,
then
if it says it's intended date of joining and not a hard or a fixed date, then I think that's also fine because VFS doesn't care when you are actually joining. It's just that they
okay.
want to check whether you have a proper employment contract, And also, I mean, the dates can vary 1 or 2 weeks here and there, right? So that should not be a problem, as your employer said.
Yes, because it's because I think the modification of appointment letter is it might not be an issue for them, but there is also some other document which needs to be modified as for the employment date. So I think that might be an issue, but I'm not sure on that. I have asked them. They have not. They have told me that it won't be an issue. But in additionally, I have also raised a query with the German embassy just to be sure on the safer side. And I'm just waiting for the response. If they say that yes, it is a must that you should have a appointment letter after the date of booking with VFS, then definitely I'm going to ask my employer. So I was just trying to collect more information on this topic as of now.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm not the official person to guide you on this, but yeah, I think it is fine. But maybe on a safer side, you can also ask your employer to, send a email or something scanned where they have said that you can also join maybe 1 week later. It's fine for us to something
Exactly.
like that. Yeah,
Exactly. Sure.
and
Thank
so in
you.
that case, they don't have to modify the contract, but just give you
Hmm.
another letter. Yeah,
Sure. Thank you.
yeah. So Ravi, you have something to say.
Yes, I have a doubt here. So once you book the appointment, we got appointment, and how much time it will take to get stamping?
So Ravi, I'm not sure about the timing right now, but back in 2019, when the embassy was doing it, they did it for me, I think, in 3 or 4 days. So I gave the application and the passport, and after 2 days, 2 working days, they sent me an email saying that your visa is ready and you can come and collect it.
Okay,
So that's how it was. But I think with VFS and these corona issues going on, I think it's getting much more delayed. So maybe 1 or 1.5 weeks or something. But I'm not completely sure about this.
that's okay. That's okay. One and a half week is fine for me. So I'm
Yeah.
planning in September, right? So I have 1.5 month.
Hmm.
So I can.
Yeah, I think that's enough of time for you. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Cool. And did you already got an appointment?
No, not yet. So actually, that I mean, attorney company sent me one document. Document means one link I have to fill and I have to upload some documents. Same way, my employer also do same. Their documents from employer. Okay, they didn't do as of now, so I'm following up with my employer. So if they complete, they will inform me. I mean, attorney company inform me. So book
Hmm.
an appointment. I'm
Okay.
waiting for that moment.
Okay. Okay. Just try to follow up with them
Yeah.
as often as possible, because yeah, these companies, these third party services are really, they don't care
Yeah.
as much as you care about it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So, what is the situation in Hyderabad? Anybody knows about appointments? How much time it will take like that?
I don't know if
I
anyone is
mean,
here.
Ishan, I think from Delhi, it is. I think it is. In Delhi usually has hectic schedules, right? Even though he got in August 93, means that is a pretty good time, right?
Yes, I mean, I will say that I was a bit on the lucky side, but it's
Yeah.
not easy to get appointment these days. Ravi, I would suggest that just get an appointment. It's okay if you do, if I mean just book an appointment. You can also reschedule it. So just book an
Definitely.
appointment for now, and then
Mm,
be sure and just wait for the documents whatever you're waiting, because things can go wrong anytime, we don't know. So just book an appointment, and if you don't have the document like 3 days or 4 days before your appointment date, you can get it rescheduled on a different date. But I
mm,
think you should try to book an appointment by today only. That will be my suggestion.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing your experience, Ravi. And anyone else. So if you want to have a conversation or here, and I have to allow you. Yeah.
Actually, I have one more query, Anu. I still haven't got my ZAV. It's already been around 5 weeks, I guess, since my employer has applied. And the main challenge that we are facing, that my employer is trying to follow up with these authority, but not getting any response, neither via email nor via call. And I mean, and it's a startup, it's not a well established company, so even they are not 100% sure of every process. Anything which you can guide or which you can tell us to follow with this? I mean, somehow we can get any update regarding this ZAV document.
Yeah, so even when I applied, it was a startup, and what they did was when they apply to this ZAV process, now they will get a document actually, a confirmation document. So just ask them to scan that document and send it to you, and you can show that document in on your this what is it, the appointment, the visa appointment date, and that should be enough.
Okay, so when they have applied for ZAV, they might have received a document for the proof, like,
Yes, yes,
right?
exactly,
Okay,
of
yeah, I'll
application.
try to ask.
Yeah,
Sure.
and they can
Okay.
you can
And
actually show it to the embassy or wherever you are going for the appointment, and they can, I
mhm.
think, check on their system that whether this is a, you know, a valid application or not, and based on that they can proceed further.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. I will ask if they have received anything. And I would say, just if I'm on the very worst scenario, if they haven't received anything, because honestly they have not told me that they have anything or any call or any information from this ZAV, whatever this bureau or this office is, then is anything else that I could do or I could follow up? Any ideas?
Sorry, Ishan, I didn't get your question. Can you come again?
I mean, just in case if they haven't received anything, I mean, if they haven't received anything or if they haven't got any response from this department who create this ZAV, any other alternative, or this is the only way?
I think that's the only way, because you have to show that the employer has applied for the ZAB already. Other than that, I don't think there is a way to prove it. So just orally telling them will not work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Abhishek, do you have a question?
Yeah, no, for allowing me. I have like 8 years experience. So I have some basic questions like job market for cloud technologies in Germany, like Berlin or Munich. And is it possible to get a job from India only through online interviews? Like basic questions. I've just started. So.
For cloud, I think in overall, you know, the CI/CD and cloud and all these software development, all of these fields have a lot of good opportunities in Germany, and this can be proved even if you just go do a simple search on LinkedIn or Stack Overflow or any other job platform. You can find those jobs, and you can actually do these research yourself, and based on the number of jobs, you can make a, you know, assumption that how many people are in demand at the moment. And even in these startup companies wherever I have joined in Germany, all of those uh, had a lot of people, I mean, from different parts of the world, so not from Germany but from basically shows that people in Germany are not really well versed with these technologies, these emerging technologies. So in because of that reason, the people from other countries, for example India, they have a lot of opportunities here, and you can actually apply to these jobs from India. There's no restriction, but right now because of COVID it's a problem. But I think once these things are settled down, you have really good opportunity for these technologies.
Thank you so much, Anup. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so any other question, guys, or anything you want to share?
Nope, I have one question. So, what will be the reason of rejecting in the first screening round? What will be the main reason?
uh, do you mean the rejection after reviewing your resume?
No, I got one like video session with that HR. Every time I got that call, like let's talk for 30 minutes on that, and after that they will not come back. They will give some mail on that like we are not fit or something, something like that. They will rejected on that. So, what will be the reason for that?
Okay, so I'm not
Yes.
sure about that, but what I could suggest you is maybe try to ask them what exactly the reason was for which you got rejected, and if they are not willing to share that, then maybe I don't know how to proceed with this, because each interview has different expectations. So maybe one interviewer is expecting some particular skill, and the other one is expecting a different set of skills. So I'm not sure exactly, but I think the best person who can provide you this information is the interviewer himself.
Yeah, I
So
heard
try.
before those are culture fit rounds. So usually, so they evaluate how you fit into the team and what is your tech stack they are using. That they look into exact match. So I think they won't ask any technical questions, right? They ask about your culture and tech stack. That's it.
Yeah, just
So
introduction round.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that is nothing but culture fit round. So how do you fit into that team? So they look into that.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Anup, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, audible.
Okay,
Please go ahead.
okay. Thanks, Anup. Anup, I am into platform deployment and DevOps. In fact, I was applying for a couple of opportunities, but I couldn't get through. That means the resumes are not getting screen listed. So I want to know, apart from the typical resume, should I'm having the covering letter. Is there any other document should be handy before applying for the opportunity?
So are you saying that apart from the resume and cover letter, what other documents are
Yeah.
needed?
Yeah, anything, because any product company or services company, when they are
Mhm.
reaching out after proper reviewing of the resume, right? Resume and cover letter. So at least for getting the initial call, what are the prerequisites should I have apart from the normal LinkedIn profile, resume and covering letter?
I think for the first set of rounds, it's basically these two documents only. So resume, a well maintained LinkedIn profile, and the CV.
Okay.
But then maybe for the second round, you might have to present some of your code. So if you are a developer, then you need to have a good code base or something which you can present to them.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
think apart from these, nothing else.
You're right. See, what has happened to me? I was a storage administrator. Then I was working on all the platform deployment, implementing cloud infra, either both AWS and Azure. But the recent trend is moving towards developer and automated code deployment, right? So that's why the market went little different. So I have to enhance my skill set towards coding and automation. So that's why I had to take screening of my profile and then come back with a decent requirement as per trend. So I want to ask you, is the trend still continuing in Germany? Because in other areas like India and all, and the people are far ahead. That means nobody wants now traditional mode of deployment or monolithic application deployment. Everybody looks for the new skill set. Uh, uh, so that was my second query.
So your query is basically, is the trend same in Germany as in India? I
Yes,
mean,
yes,
the
correct.
okay.
That's
Yeah, so of course, so in Germany also the startups are basically looking for microservices and all that. But I
okay.
think it's more of a domain specific question, so maybe you should take it in the Discord channel.
Got
But
it, got it.
I think these meetups are basically related and all that stuff. So if we talk
Understood.
about these domain specific things, then others might not
Agree.
understand those things well. Yeah.
I completely agree.
But in general, yes, the trend is kind of similar. Yeah, so all startups and even the big companies, they are looking for microservices and developers who can do development as well as the CI/CD and all that stuff, automated deployment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And for the visa appointment, we directly apply via Bangalore, Chennai, diplo.de website. Is that the same format still? It's continuing, or should we reach out via VFS for the visa appointment in the current situation?
Yeah, as far as you know, the embassy has stopped providing the appointments directly.
Okay.
So all the appointments are now through VFS only. but
Okay.
maybe that has changed, but I don't know. As far as I know, this is the scenario. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Anup, for the pointers.
Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to add, I mean, Kumar asked one question regarding resume screening process. Actually, I also faced same situation last year when I applied. Actually, when we are applying to a German company, if they reschedule, I mean, they scheduled first round of interview, behavioral interview. I mean, they are more interested within us. I mean, how you how do you know about this company? Why you are applying for this company? And I mean, if we reply them like I like this, I that. I mean, they are more interested. Do they? Do you really read any blog or anything? If you like any product, I mean, they want detailed information for that question what they are asking. And if you provide detailed information, I mean, I pinged in Squad group. I mean, for behavioral question, you can use star methodology, or even you can Google out what is star. So you will, I mean, if you give the answer in that manner, you will definitely, I mean, not from first interview itself. Maybe you will definitely get a second round of calls. Maybe you can try that. This is my experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mayank.
Yeah.
It really
I
helps.
I also agree to that, man. Thanks.
Thanks, man. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, guys. Vaibhav, did you already ask the question?
Hello. No, no. Actually, hi Anu. So my question is, actually, I just last week got a reply from one of the company for the interview procedure, and they have scheduled the interview on 29th. So I just wanted to know, like, what is the normal procedure like for the German? Because I'm the first time giving for this German client interview actually. Normally what they are expecting, like I am a, SSC developer, like a SSC SAP Analytics cloud developer, and the role is for the reporting developer only. So I wanted to like know what exactly the process, or they are looking just mostly technical, or they are looking for anything specific like from them.
Yeah, so we have one of the recently experienced person who cracked the job interview. So maybe Ravi, you can put some light on this.
Definitely. So I think, is it that interview with HR or technical guys?
Sorry.
That interview with technical guys or HR?
They just not mention anything, just a phone interview for the financial, means phone interview for the first round. So means what happened, actually I have applied for the role from the LinkedIn, and
Mhm.
after that I got an email, just select the slot for the interview, and then I
Okay.
selected the slot, and I just got an mail from this, your interview has been confirmed on 29th. So one second, I will open. They have mentioned some steps, like sorry, the procedure. 1 minute. So they not, maybe this is the HR. I really don't know what exactly the role, because they just mentioned 3 steps. Their procedure, whatever the procedure they are following. The company name is Zalando. Zalando.
Jalando, okay.
Yeah.
Mostly it is initial round with HR only. How long it how long it will take interview? Half an hour or half an 1 hour?
They have, yeah, given the 30-minute slot.
30 minutes starts means it is with HR. Definitely.
Okay. So
So
what
Jalan,
is their expectation
I,
actually? So I
I,
just wanted to know for that.
okay. You have to learn about Jalanda company usually, and
Mm-hmm.
read about the job description carefully. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and most of the questions comes from there only job description. Okay, and they won't ask
Okay.
any technical questions usually there, and may give
Mm-hmm.
some link to complete assignment, something like that. In I
Yeah, yeah.
think
They in the procedure they showed first 30 minutes round. Then there is one more discussion with their recruitment team, what is the team member who is handling this activity. And then third step they have mentioned like for the assessment, and fourth steps they have mentioned the final round of discussion.
Okay, then fine. So now I think it is definitely it is half an hour interview, right? So definitely with
Yeah.
HR. Okay, definitely.
Okay.
Can I can okay, and they are don't ask many technical questions, but
Mhm.
be careful about company and job description. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks, Ravi, for the
Yeah,
input.
thanks, Ravina.
Ravi bro, one question. So for most of the companies, they have a technical round of interview for first two rounds. So third round would be either HR or the senior manager kind of thing. Is that
Yes,
way?
yes.
Okay. So first two need to be very careful as it's more on technical side. I mean, video
Yes.
as well as okay, coding. Yeah.
Yeah, usually they start with the screening round, right? I
Okay.
think many people start, I think, facing this kind of experience, I think.
Mm.
So HR will call you and ask about your tech stack and your experience and everything and tech stack. So then after they schedule the technical rounds usually. So that I think depends on the company to company, the rounds will change.
Okay.
So I faced some kind of assignments, code reviews, and I faced directly a technical interview, and those are also coding rounds. So I think those are different to one company to another company. So
Okay.
those will take, I think, 2-3 rounds. It will take 2 to 3 rounds, definitely technical rounds.
Okay.
After that,
Okay.
project manager round or HR round, HR manager
Okay.
round. So
Okay.
there you face more behavior questions. Okay.
Okay.
So then they are then after they schedule offer call.
Okay. So for every interview, video call is mandatory. So we need to have
Um,
a full-fledged video setup ready. So we
Definitely.
should not go out. Yeah, those kind of things we need to have it.
Yes.
Great. Thanks. Thank you, Raj. Thanks, Anup.
Yeah. Bhushan,
Hi.
you have a
Hel-
question? Yeah, hi.
Hello. Am I
Yeah,
audible?
please go ahead. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Bhushan, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm currently going through the process of interview with Zalando, and so so the first round will always be a screening round for like any German company. You guys can keep in mind that first round will always be a screening called screening round. So in this screening round they just want to get to know you better, and get to know why you are applying for that job, why you are applying for that company, why you want to move to Berlin or Germany, let's say. So you need to be prepared with answers for these questions. And currently I have cleared the Zalando screening round, and next I had also completed their Codility online test, which was of 3 hours. And and yeah, next round was in a round with engineering manager. He mostly asked me questions related to my experience, technical stack, uh, uh, and some general tech questions. And I'm waiting for the waiting for its result. It happened on last Tuesday. So I just wanted to share my experience for guys, uh, for Vaibhav, I guess he's
Yeah,
also
thanks,
taking.
Bhushan. It
Yeah,
will be helpful for me. Yeah, thanks, Bhushan.
yeah,
Thanks, Bhushan, and it's awesome people
yeah,
are getting hired into Zalando. It's a really big company
yeah,
here. Yeah, even I
yeah.
gave interview for Zalando once, I remember.
Okay, yeah, it's their process is quite lengthy actually. So let's see.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gave interview, but my experience was totally different. They schedule almost 4 rounds in a day.
Yeah.
Like, just one question. This is Abhishek. Just for the recent conversation, for Zalando Codility test, right? You said 3 hours. Like, how do we prepare for that? Like, what kind of questions? Is it a complete solution based or how's it?
I'm a front end developer, so my test was related to React front end. There was small React front end task related to calling an API uh, uh, through a Lodash. What do you say? Lodash. I can't remember the. You need to debounce method through debounce method, and another was Node.js API implementation, where you needed to return some. You need to run some logic and return some logical response to the Gate API. So that was for me. But for more information, I will suggest go through Glassdoor interviews. There you will find for your profession, you will find there are a lot of people that they have mentioned their experiences, like what the questions were asked. What sometimes they give hacker rank test as well, or lead code links as well, medium to easy questions. So there can be a lot of variations, so just go through the Glassdoor interview section. There you'll find at least 900 interviews listed by many reported by many users. So I would suggest that.
So I have the same question they also given me for the Zalando. So if you are going for the front end developer, they are the same question for the Codelity. One is the for the Lodash, the Devons one, and one are for the Node.js API. So they are asking the same questions. For me also they ask. So if you are
Yeah.
going for front end, you can practice this question, and they have to pass some test cases there. So you can practice. It will be the same question, I think.
Yeah, currently they are giving, I guess, same questions because another guy had same questions as me.
Yeah, just now last week I gave. So I had the same question.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome to know because in this way you can at least clear one more round, right?
Yes.
It makes sure the all test cases will be run because they are the percentage based upon the test cases. Even they have written the code correctly, if test case will not pass, so we'll get the like percentage after the completing the codility test there. So you have to make sure the all test case will be passed.
Yes.
Sure, thank you.
Anyone? We have a lot of people in the room, but if you raise your hand only, then you will be able to speak. So please click the raise hand button. Okay, so this is Akhil Nair. Yeah, Akhil, please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Even I interviewed for Zolando, but their interview was mostly based on lead code, and that's a bit difficult. So, are there any companies which just go through the experience and stuff, general coding and not just algorithmic stuff?
Yeah, Akhil. So I would suggest that you have to. Can you please mute your mic once?
Okay,
I'm
wait.
hearing my own voice back. There's a mic button at the bottom of the screen. Okay, anyways, so yeah, I would suggest you to apply to multiple companies, and not all of them ask you to go through a interview coding challenge or something. So I also recently applied to, I think, around 10 companies, and out of those only two asked me to go through these codility challenges and all that. But others, um, they were more interested in knowing my previous experience and seeing my own code that I wrote. So I think it's just
No,
a
no, no. I
uh,
mean, the codality was fine. No, that's the type of interview I'm looking for. But in Zolando, I reached the final round and they had a system design round. So I was a front end developer, and system
okay.
design is like out of my loop. They asked me to design a review system like the whole review system with backend, data storage, databases, and everything.
Okay.
And they also asked me in the final round, they had some lead code hard questions, like actual lead code, and not just solve, create something or make something, things like that. So I would rather prefer something like make something or solve a particular problem instead of the lead code stuff grind.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
like Zolendo was like that. So are there any other companies which go through solving problems instead of lead code grinding? Like, I just need some names so I can look forward. No,
Okay.
Zolando
So
was totally software engineering type. They don't want a front end developer. They want a software engineer.
yeah, so I don't have a name to give you, but I would suggest that just go through all these job applications which are available for your post and just try it yourself. I mean, the more you give interviews, the more you get to know about the companies, right?
I actually paused it for some time so that I can improve my resume and add some project and apply later, because I don't think they're accepting a lot from India due to COVID and everything. So I think my chances are less in the recent months. So yeah, I'm just waiting.
Yeah, sure. I think then apply to the jobs. Yeah, cool. So, does anyone have questions? So, Sagar, did you already ask? Sagar, can you hear us? Okay. We have Satish, Ambuj, Praveen, Sujay, Karthik. Please, guys, use this time. We have 20 more minutes, so I would suggest you to use this time to clarify your questions.
Okay, I will ask a question.
Yeah.
What are the questions we expect in appointment and in embassy?
Sorry, what is it, Ravi? Come again.
Questions in embassy. So in appointment.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. These days, VFS is doing everything, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if VFS is collecting your documents, then I don't think they will ask anything. So there won't be any interview kind of stuff. They will be collecting your documents, and I think that's it. But
Okay.
earlier, when it was through the embassy, they had some simple general questions. So mostly about how you got this job and which platform you used, and did you really went through the different processes of an interview, and did you visited the company office before? In Germany before I accepted the German company's offer letter, so they asked me this question. But for you, it's normal, right? So you were in India and you applied for this job. So they want to
Yeah.
know the whole process of how you got this job, because there are some fake consultancies and companies who give you fake offers for getting some money out of you and all that. So they want to know that this
Okay.
is a legitimate contract letter and all that.
Got
They
it.
also ask you what is your intended travel date, and sure that you remember these dates, all that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think pretty much that's it. And they will also might ask you where you will be staying. Do you already have a hotel or something already booked there or something like that?
Okay.
And yeah, these kind of general questions only. They won't ask you something very tough or something like that.
That's good.
But yeah, but I think in VFS they won't be asking any of these questions. They are mostly the service providers, and they just want to collect your documents. Yeah.
Bro,
Sure.
I have a
Yeah.
query. With respect to job seeker visa, right now it is going through via VFS, right? How the entry process for that it happens? Are they accepting the job seeker visa applications now, or it's time being stopped?
Yeah, as far as I know, the job seeker visa is currently on hold, so they are not
Okay.
accepting new applications. but
Okay.
I'm not sure when this is going to open. They have not said anything officially.
Okay.
Yeah, and if
Understood.
you have more questions about job seeker visa, you can also ask it Pradyumna, who came to Germany using job seeker visa, so he can guide you on that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So Sujay, you have a question now.
Yeah, I have a question. That is, when they call for an interview, do they ask to write down the coding in front of them, or some people I hear they give them some work that they have to do the POC within a time frame, say 4 to 5 days, and they have to return back that POC. It can be like, is it like that, or how majorly the interview panel would be?
It totally depends upon the company. So there are different types of assignment they give. One is called take home assignment, which you can just they give you some amount of time, and you have to complete that test at your home and submit it after some time. and and some are pair programming rounds as well, where they will throw some random problem at you, and they will be they'll you have to think through the problem, think out loud in front of them to solve that problem that they have presented. And uh, and yeah, these two are mostly common type of problems that you will face in German from German companies, I guess. That's my experience.
So
Okay,
Bhushan,
and
have you already seen or experienced an interview where they also give the pair programming stuff? Because I
Yeah,
went through.
yeah,
Okay, okay, then
yeah.
makes sense.
I gave interview for Adjust. So there was a round of pair programming. So
Okay,
basically, what it was, in the first round, they had given me one take-home assignment, and it was a simple drop down. I had to create a front end UI for that drop down. And in the next round, they wanted to add a search functionality to that drop down, and they wanted me to do that in front of them. The earlier part was take home assignment, so I did it on my own in my own time. But in the next round, in the pair programming round, they wanted me to solve that problem in front of them. So that was my experience of pair programming. Only one experience I had with Adjust.
uh, one more question from my side. Do they ask for any certifications? Are they just only looking for the skill set? I mean, for calling for an interview, the certification may plays a role in that.
No, I don't think so. They want to see any certification upfront. They
No,
just want,
even I got the
yeah.
call and they didn't want any certification. And I just have 2.5 years experience. So I think it's pretty good.
Okay. So, for German proficiency, they look for at least B1 or A2 is sufficient.
Even I applied a couple of company I got also, but they not required German mostly. They are most of the English speaker jobs. So it's not matter like the Germans and the certificate. It's matter only the number game. How many number of company you applied. So keep applying at least 5 to 8 jobs every day. So you'll get only 2 3 calls in a week. So you have to keep apply and apply. That's the only thing you have to do.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, I have a question. So, okay, can you reapply to a company again and again? Let's say I applied to a profile and personalization post in Zalando, but I got rejected in the final round. So, can I apply to a different team in the same organization?
So I know one girl who is working on the Zalando. Okay, so she gave me reference. So I asked her the same question. So in if their company have the different position and the role, so you can apply on that. What she suggested to me.
That
Yeah,
sounds
even
good.
it happened with me that first I got rejected for some other position at Zalando, but later on when I again applied for another position at another team, I got a positive response.
Yeah, I think most of the companies here in Germany doesn't have this rule of you cannot apply for the next 6 months or so. But yeah, I think it depends on the company actually. So you have to read through their terms and conditions or something like that.
So Anup, I have one question. So I have one interview for the Truecaller. So it's on schedule on 29. So the same process they follow in the Netherlands company also, the same with the German company, what they follow.
So Truecaller, you are saying it's a Netherlands-based job opportunity for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then I'm not sure because I don't have experience with the Netherlands companies. Yeah, could be same, could be not. Yeah, I don't know if there is anyone else who has experience there. No. Yeah, so I mean, it should be follow the same procedure of interviewing. So first they will get to know you, and then they will give you some technical challenges, and then they will also uh, ask you to talk to the HR and all that, job offer and all that stuff. I think that's the main steps included in an interview process in across the European countries. But yes, yeah, you can
Thank
share
you.
your experience once you go through the interview process here.
I went through a couple of companies, but all the company rejected in the first round. So I was got little bit depressed, like why this is happening to me because I'm getting lots of call. Okay, so if you
Hmm.
guys not getting the calls, you have to keep apply. Okay, initially I was also not getting the call, but you have to keep apply and apply. You will get the calls. Definitely, will get the calls. It's not matter of pandemic and anything. You'll get the calls. In the front end, definitely for the React JS developer, they keep hiring. So you have to keep apply and have to maintain the things what they're looking for. So for the call, you can get it, and the rest of the things depend upon the talent. Because I'm not able to crack the first round in the screen round. So yeah,
For screening round,
Maybe you
I
can
would
also,
suggest.
yeah, sorry,
Sorry.
Bhushan, please go ahead.
Yeah, for screening round, I would suggest that you guys watch YouTube channel from Madeline Mann. I think her channel name is what do you say? Uh, I don't remember the channel name, but it's Madeline Mann. You can search her on YouTube. She has very good videos regarding the screening round and how to answer what questions and what exactly employers are looking for. I have followed her and got a really uh, positive impact on screening rounds. I was also going through the same phase that I couldn't pass through the screening rounds. First two interviews I gave, I was straight away rejected. But then I improved the answers by watching these multiple YouTube videos, and after that, I started cracking the screening round. So that's my experience with screening round.
oh, sure, Bhushan.
Cool. And I was also saying that you could, Kumar, right? So, Kumar, you can also share your CV and the cover letter or whatever you have, because it seems like you are able to impress the interviewer in the first go itself. So maybe you can share that in the channel.
Yeah, sure, I will share that one. So that thing I will share it because initially I was also not getting the calls, so I copied a lot of resume from that. Even the people who is working on Germany, so I copied the resume from their LinkedIn and do the editing on the same way. So it improved the resume. So I will share that that team that we have that one. The Germany is calling there. So there we have the group. I will share there in the
Yeah,
front end.
cool,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you. Karthik, you also had a question, right?
Hi, Anup. Hi, all.
Hi, Karthik.
Hi. So I have two questions. The first thing is how relevant the job title currently I hold, and I may apply for the different job role. It should be the same. So, for example, I have working as now the software test engineer, but I just plan to apply in Germany mostly for the cloud engineer role. So will they really to get a call? They should be relevant, or is that fine? In this group, anyone has experience with cloud job interviews? Please share. Please share. Yeah, that's all.
I'm not sure because I don't have much experience related to this technology, what you're talking about. But role from one to other, but I would suggest that do it in India and then apply to jobs in Germany, because switching your role from India and then coming to Germany directly might be a problem, because here German employers, they would look at your previous experiences. So if you do not have anything to show regarding your new role, then it might be a problem. So my suggestion would be to switch in India itself with the new role that you are aspiring for, and gain some experience there, and then apply to the new jobs in.
Okay, no, because with the current role, I mean, I have, I mean, I do, some sort of the same role like cloud, but my job title I show as a software test engineer. So that's the only thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So the job
Yeah.
title,
So
I
the
think you
job
can.
title, I think.
Can you mute your microphone? Yeah. So what I was saying is, from the job title, you can always update it, right? So it's not a generic thing. You can update it in your resume to match. So it shouldn't be the same as what is in your current company. I don't think that's a hard and fast rule that you have to keep it the same. So if you are a person who is looking for cloud jobs, you can keep it something relevant to that job. So these German companies, they do not actually care about your past roles, the name of the role or something like that. What they care about is your exact knowledge about that particular role. So do you really know what you are saying that you know? So they want to see that, not the exact name of the role.
Okay. Cool.
Better,
Yeah. That's what
better
I
to
want.
add some bullet points about your roles and responsibilities in current role. So, and your experience writing elegant way of your experience. So it would be very helpful. So usually you don't see this kind of information in Indian resumes. So I think if you wanna apply in abroad, definitely you have to mention your experience in a clear way. So that will make sense, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Got it. Thanks. Thanks, Anup. Thanks. Thanks, Ravi.
Any other question, guys?
And one question.
Yeah.
So, a lot of jobs, when you are applying, they ask for the expected salary. Okay. So I just usually write 60,000 because that's what I see. But can you like tell me about the cost of living in Berlin, and so I can make a better guess. I think they can even reject, if you write too high, or if I write too low, then it may be bad for me. Like, can you give me some insights?
Yeah, so what I used to do was I used to go to the Glassdoor salary comparison for each city. So if you are applying for a Berlin job, you can find the average salary of software developers or whatever field you are in using Glassdoor, and based on that information, I can quote the employer. And also, when you are applying to jobs, they will have a range. So starting from 40,000 to 60,000, or 50,000 to 70,000, or something like that. So those kind of ranges are also usually mentioned in the job description. And if these two things are not possible, I mean, the Glassdoor thing is obviously possible, right? So you can go and search for your job role in a particular city and see the average salary of people there. So that's how you can start, I think.
But I heard that recently, with a lot of tech culture in Berlin, the cost of living has increased, like the rent and all. Is it true? Like, so that I can't like depend on the old salaries. Old salaries were like 45 euros, k euros. So, like, is it good or?
Yeah, so obviously the salaries have increased as well, and the cost have also increased. But I think if you look at the average salary, they won't say 45,000. I think the average salary for Berlin for a software developer is around 60,000 or even more. So your status. So are you a single, married, or coming with your wife and all that? So if you are coming with your wife here, then you are in a different tax slab and you have to pay lesser tax, right? But at the same time, you have more expenses because you are two people now. So all those things you have to consider. And I've also written a blog there on the website. You can also go through that. I've also detailed out each individual expenses that you have to bear. And I think you can get a rough idea after reading that blog. I think that would help.
Oh yeah, thank you, Anup. And can like others tell me what they usually write when you get the input box to write this amount?
Okay, I can tell you it myself. So I have the 5 year experience. So that generally salary will be like around 60 to 80,000 euro. Okay, maybe 50 to 70 or 80. So I don't give charge that much. Like initially I give 151 to 52. That's only for the sake of getting the job there. Because if you charge equally that the German employee is charging there, so they most prefer they will prefer to them. Okay, so we have to somehow negotiate the money. So they at least get one offer letter to go there. That I approach. I don't know about other. So simply I approach that one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and I also believe that and somehow come to Germany, then I mean, it opens up a lot of opportunities for you, right? Then you can also switch to another company with a higher salary. So it's more about coming to Germany and getting used to the environment here and working culture, and then you have a lot of opportunities after that.
Yeah, even I try to keep it as low as possible because I'm interested in getting to Germany first, and then of course, we can, as you said, we can try to change job there and get a better payment.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's my query.
So I
Okay,
have
so
one question.
yeah,
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 sorry.
Nagesh, please go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Anup. It's Nagesh. I'm from Bangalore. So I have some doubts. Actually, I have an 6 year experience in automotive domain, like C++ Qt as a development. So I want to move Germany. I have plan, but I want to learn some German languages. Is there any best institutes or is there any online course or like how I can proceed to learn German languages?
Okay, so I think we discussed this in the last meeting, but maybe who was I think it was Ishan, right, who suggested
Yes, it was Ishan.
yeah.
Yes. Sorry, last meeting I was not able to
Yeah,
join.
I get it. But maybe you can ask this question in the channel and Ishan can help you there. I don't see Ishan anymore here. I think he left the
Okay.
call today. Yeah. He suggested one of the institute where he learned German. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. No, thank you.
I think it was Goethe Institute or something else. I'm not sure.
It
Okay,
was
okay.
something else. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But if you can get into Goethe, that's the best one I've heard. But yeah, if you get into another one which is also good, then that's also fine, right? Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
So Nagesh, I'm also joining the Goethe Institute. They're starting a batch of the 3rd August for that A1. So I did
Okay,
some R&D. Yeah. So if you want to, you can do the registration on the 3rd August. Even I'm going to join that the same batch. So yeah, that,
okay.
they're the
Which is
Bangalore.
in
They're in the
which is
sorry.
like in online or virtual or like how it is. Kumar?
Oh yeah, it's
No,
online
that.
because yeah, I'm out of station, so I'm joining the online. The courses are online right now.
Okay, okay, okay. Sure, sure. Yeah, sure. I will ping you separately. Maybe we'll discuss.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, then I think that's it for today. Yeah, thank you for joining the call and also for answering all these questions, guys. So, Ravi, especially. And we hope to get some more updates from you guys who are applying for visa. And we will talk about this maybe next week. Yeah. And also, there is another event happening today. I sent the link in our channel already. So, maybe if you are interested, you can also join that event. This is about and also traveling to European countries for work or study related stuff. So I'll be speaking there, and there are other people also who are in Germany who will be part of that meeting. So you can also join that. Cool. Then
Yeah.
see you next week. Talk to you next week, and have a nice weekend. Bye.
Bye everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye. Everyone.